Voices to be heard. Stick to the frequency that amplifies those voices, stories, and reports that make the difference. This is Akojopo News, 88.7 FM, the people's voice.
This is Kunle Amzat's studio, Akojopo 88.7 FM. Welcome to News Around the World.
Good evening and welcome to News Around the World on the most listened to radio station, Akojopo 88.7 FM Ibadan. I am Raula Yusuf. The headlines: Ogundoyin urges Nigerians to promote ethnic religious harmony. Akojopo FM celebrates Easter Fiesta. It gives back to society with a Basa market. Trump says U.S. public's cheering him towards ending conflict as he praises a brave U.S. pilots. Ukraine Army Chief says it regains control of frontline areas in Southeast East. Nigerian under-18, under-20 men's handball teams arrive in Togo, a set for IHF Trophy Africa Zone 3 showdown. Now the details. The Speaker of the Oyo State House of Assembly, Right Honorable Akojopo Iroyin, has called on Nigerians to embrace the spirit of Easter by promoting ethnic and religious harmony, peaceful coexistence, and collective responsibility toward nation building. In his 2026 Easter message, Right Honorable Iroyin emphasized that the season, which symbolizes sacrifice, renewal, and hope, offers a profound opportunity for citizens to reflect on the values of love, tolerance, and unity as exemplified by Jesus Christ. The Speaker noted that Nigeria's strength lies in its diversity, stressing that sustainable development can only be achieved when citizens rise above ethnic and religious differences to work together in mutual respect and understanding, and also urged Nigerians to reject divisive tendencies capable of undermining national cohesion. Right Honorable Iroyin further encouraged leaders across all levels to demonstrate sincerity of purpose and commitment to good governance while extending warm special Easter greetings to Christians in Ibarakba East State constituency and Oyo State at large. The Speaker reaffirmed his commitment to legislative initiatives that foster peace, inclusiveness, and sustainable development in the state. A public affairs analyst on Akojopo FM, Comrade Fimba Balola, has stated that the People's Democratic Party (PDP) must accept it will not regain its internal strength until a few Bala's demands are addressed. Speaking on the people-oriented program Show Conwa today, Comrade Balola advised PDP stakeholders to engage in a few Bala in dialogue and negotiate his terms.
That anything that will bring unhappiness and chaos in Nigeria, that we should be very careful of that. And when you look at what is happening presently regarding ADC, you will discover that there is this issue of politics going on. You understand? They believe that whatever that is happening within ADC is as a result of the effect of whatever things that the ruling party desire to do.
The analyst made this assertion while commenting on the impending defection of the Bauchi State Governor Muhammad Bala, along with some members of the House of Representatives, to the African Democratic Congress (ADC). Comrade Fimba Balola, a public affairs analyst, says PDP stakeholders should engage in a few Bala in dialogue to address its demands crucial for the party's internal revival amid Governor Bala's defection to ADC. Residents of Ibadan gathered in large numbers as Akojopo FM hosted a special Easter fiesta to celebrate and also to give back to society with the Bazaar Market. The event combined festivity with economic support, drawing excitement, appreciation, and active participation from attendees, while also promoting unity and strengthening the bond between the station and its listeners. The Akojopo FM Easter Fiesta was celebrated with lively music, prayers, and expressions of gratitude from community members. Akojopo FM News correspondent Abiodun Loyele was at the scene. Here's the report.
In the spirit of celebrating the 2026 Easter celebration, Akojopo FM organized Easter Fiesta featuring live music and subsidized market called Bazaar Market. The event, held at the station's premises, attracted a large crowd as various goods were sold at highly discounted and lesser prices. Beyond beautiful songs and dance steps, items ranging from foodstuffs to household essentials were made, creating excitement among residents. Speaking at the event, organizers described Oja Bazaar as a way of giving back to the community while celebrating the Easter season. The atmosphere was lively, with music, entertainment, and live engagement with listeners. Mr. and Prophet Ebio Mafari, JP of Divine God International Church, who looks so clean with the white garment on his body, shows his appreciation for witnessing today and prayed for Dr. Uriyomi Amsat.
I thank God for the celebration of our Lord of Jesus Christ. By next year again, we are still coming for another. Now I'm about to.
A woman who was dancing and enjoying the sound of the live band, Mrs. Olowoseye, expressed her gratitude to God.
Those people that are around me, I appreciate God for keeping me alive and my children and every people in Akojopo especially for what he has been doing for everybody in this area.
Many showed gratitude and also appreciated the station for coming up with a good way to help people with Oja Bazaar. Overall, the initiative not only to celebrate Easter but also provided economic relief to many people, deepening the station's strong connection with its audience. The Akojopo FM Easter Fiesta highlighted the station's commitment to community support and meaningful engagement with its audience, leaving a positive impression on all who participated. Abiodun Oloyede, Akojopo FM News.
Because of rising cost of goods and unstable market conditions, small business owners continue to show resilience and determination. From small-scale traders to service providers, many say survival now depends on creativity, customer relationships, and careful financial management. While challenges such as inflation, reduced purchasing power, and high operational costs persist, these entrepreneurs remain hopeful and committed to sustaining their livelihoods. Akojopo FM News correspondent Remile Kwalausa speaks with some residents to understand the reason. Here is a report.
It was a busy day in the ancient city of Ibadan. Our small business owners went about their daily activities, striving to keep their businesses afloat. However, in recent times, many of these business owners have found it increasingly difficult to survive due to low customer turnout and other economic challenges. Some traders shared their personal experience and how they are coping with the situation. Mrs. Olawale Olanike, a provision seller, spoke about the difficulties she faced in maintaining steady sales and managing rising costs.
I have been to this business since 3 years ago, and the challenges I face in this business is that some will buy in credit and they will not pay on time to go to the market for another goods.
Another business owner, Mrs. Ruth Asoko, also shared her experience, explaining how patience and consistency have helped her stay in business despite the odds.
One of the major challenges I face is when customers do not have enough money to buy goods on time, which often leads to low sales. Sometimes, customer takes goods on credit and delay payments.
Meanwhile, a third provision seller, Ms. Ayomide Tiamiyu, said the challenge of low sales is becoming more severe by the day.
maybe bag is selling their own 5,000, an area is selling it, shop in the area is selling it 5,000. What's the difference? 100 naira difference. And 100 naira difference, I don't think it should kill you because of 100 naira. So the difference rate is small, it's very, very small. So I don't see reason why they should not buy from area too.
Despite these hardships, many small business owners continue to push forward, doing their best to sustain their livelihoods. Their stories reflect resilience, patience, and hope for better days ahead. Remele Kwanlausa reporting for Agidigbo FM News.
Now it is time to link up with our United Kingdom studio for the foreign news.
News from Kule Amza Studio, Agidigbo FM United Kingdom. I am Zikrot Fasasi. Ministers in the United Kingdom are concerned about Shabana Mahmood immigration changes and are working behind the scenes with members of the parliament to secure more exemption. Downing Street sources said it had always been the case that the changes were subject to consultation, including retrospective elements, which as it stands would mean people who have entered the United Kingdom in the last 5 years would need to wait longer to be given settlement. Although Sakestama is already looking at whether to exclude migrants working in the public sector from the changes, as well as those who are in the verge of being settled, as most people would have to wait 10 years to qualify for indefinite leave to remain, ILR, rather than the existing 5-year period. Iran and US-Israel have received a two-tier plan to end the war between the countries. The plan comes after Donald Trump threatened to target critical infrastructure in Iran and blow up the whole country if it failed to open the Strait of Hormuz by Tuesday evening. However, the plan involves an initial ceasefire before reaching a final agreement to end the war, as all elements need to be agreed between today and tomorrow, with the initial perception would be structured as a memorandum of understanding. And that ends the news from Kule Amza Studio, Agidigbo FM, United Kingdom. I am Zikrot Fasasi.
We shall also be moving to our Maryland studio, United States, for more foreign news.
News from Kule Amzat Studio, Agidigbo FM, United States. I am Oluwatosin Sonya. Countries working to end the war in Iran have drafted a proposal calling for a 45-day ceasefire and the reopening of the Strait of Hormuz as U.S. President Donald Trump threatens to dramatically escalate the conflict. The proposal was sent to the United States and Iran late on Sunday, and it is viewed as a last-ditch effort to stave off the massive strikes on Iranian power plants and other infrastructure that President Trump has threatened if the Strait of Hormuz remains blocked. A White House official said the president had not approved the proposal. He is expected to address the war during a 1 p.m. Eastern Time news conference at the White House today. The latest proposal was sent to Iran's Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi and U.S. Special Envoy Steve Witkoff. The hope is the 45-day ceasefire window would allow for negotiations to permanently end the conflict. Ukraine has regained control of 48 square kilometers of territory in the southeastern and eastern part of the front since late January, according to its Army Chief of Staff, Oleksandr Zyrysky, adding that Russia was continuing its spring offensive. After visiting the front line, Zyrysky said that Ukraine had returned control over 8 settlements in the region in the east and the southern Zaporizhia region. And that ends the news from Kule Amzat Studio at Gidigbo FM, United States. I am Oluwatosin Sonya.
And now the exciting world of sports. Nigeria's under-18 and under-20 men's national handball teams have arrived in Lumaya ahead of the 2026 IHF Trophy Africa Zone 3 tournament, scheduled to take place from April 7 to 11. Organized by the International Handball Federation (IHF), the competition serves as a key developmental platform, with the winners of both the youth under-18 and junior under-20 categories earning the right to represent Zone 3 at the continental phase. Following the official draw, Nigeria's under-18 team has been placed in Group B, alongside Benin, Burkina Faso, and Niger. Group A comprises Ghana, Togo, and Ivory Coast. In the junior under-20 category, Nigeria is also drawn in Group B, where they will face Ivory Coast and Burkina Faso. Group A features Ghana, Benin, Togo, and Niger. The IHF Trophy Africa Zone 3 continues to provide a vital pathway for young African talent and for Nigeria. The objective is to secure the qualification and represent the zone at the continental stage. To wrap up the news this evening, here is a recap of the headlines. Ogundoyin urges Nigerians to promote ethnic, religious harmony. Agidigbo FM celebrates Easter Fiesta, gives back to society with a Basa market. Trump says U.S. public steering him towards ending conflict as he praises brave U.S. pilots. Ukraine Army Chief says it regains control of frontline areas in Southeast East. Nigeria under-18, under-20 men's handball teams arrive in Togo, set for IHF Trophy African Zone 3 showdown. And before we go this evening, here is a quick tip. We can't become what we need to be by remaining what we are. Finally, we have come to the end of the news around the world on the most listened to radio station, Akojopo 88.7 FM Ibadan. I am Raula Yusuf. Thank you for listening. Good evening.
News is information, and information is power. At Akojopo 88.7 FM, we bring the news from top to bottom.
The Oyo State Independent Electoral Commission, OISEC, has called for continuous collaboration.
We bring you reports from Oyo State.
The Oyo State House of Assembly has called for thorough investigation.
Southwest Nigeria and the rest of the world.
Has clarified that the body did not receive any cash support from international development.
Trust us to keep you informed every hour, every day.
Akojopo 88.7 FM.